How's it going, y'all? Back with a new damn video. Let's get right down to it. Now, listen, everyone's asking me, where's our draft recap? We haven't seen this and that. I've been trying to do the best I can on watching the homework on these players that we picked. I've been trying to watch the film, watch the tape, see what I can, read up on them, and come here with the best that I can. This might just be a part one of part two. When I get more on the other guys, as I'm hearing their steals and this and that, then I'll come here with a real, like, in-depth type thing. But let me just give it the grade real quick. We'll go, Night one, Devontae Smith, I give it an A+. And the reason why is, don't get me wrong, I like Jamar Chase better. I did, yes. I've said it before. I like Jamar Chase better, Kyle Pitts, this and that. But we knew, well, no, we didn't know. Howie knew somehow, someway they weren't going to be there. He must have knew in advance, because remember right after we traded that pick, the 6th pick to move to 12, and goes, we miss on Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, this guy, that guy, we get nobody now. He knew, because right after that, the report came out that he had a feeling the Bengals were going to take Jamar Chase to regroup him with Joe Burrow, and that's exactly what happened. So we moved from 6 to 12, gain a first-rounder for next year, and still get Devontae Smith. Yes, we traded with the Dallas Cowboys to move 2 spots up. They avoided him from going to the Giants. Some Giants fans try to say, oh, no, we didn't want him. So then why did you take a receiver anyway when you traded down? And a guy in Tony, who I like the guy, but I think Rashad Bateman was better, but they wanted speed. I understand it. So we gave Dallas a 3rd-round pick. We had 2 3rd-round picks. We gave him one, and the one we gave him was our latest 3rd-round pick. Wow, surprised by that. But so it was a steal by Howie. It was, wow, Howie's actually making good moves. Now we go to day 2. Landon Dickerson. Everyone's freaking. Oh, man, what the hell? How the hell? Listen, it's not the sexy pick. It's not the flashy pick. It's not the safety we wanted. It's not the corner we wanted. It's not the linebacker and JOK we wanted. It's not the same as Junior like we wanted. But I look on it, and I look at it, and I go, you know what? It's definitely a need. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but if you guys remember that Jason Kelce said before that whenever I retire, I will tell this team, not tell the fans or anything, but I'll tell the, ownership a year in advance so they know whether to trade for a veteran or sign a guy in free agency or draft a guy to prepare, not leave them hanging. And I respect him for that. I've always have. When I saw that, I said, this is my guy. This is why we love Jason Kelce. And I said, you know what? All the injuries are a concern. He has the injuries, yes. And I understand since 2017, he's given up 0 sacks out of 825 snaps or something like that. Guy's a beast. They said if he never had any injuries at all, or even just had maybe one, he would have been a top 20 pick. If he had no injuries at all, probably would have been top 15, top 10, not top 10, but around that area. And you got him in the 2nd round. And now he gets to sit for a year, if he does sit, which I have questions about that too. If he gets to sit for a year, he will sit there and get to, get coached by the best O-line coach, in my opinion, in the league, in Jeff Stoutland. And how funny was it? Was it or was it not? Right before, after we got rid of Doug, and we brought in Nick Sirianni, they said Jeff Stoutland was leaving and going to take the job at Alabama. Remember that? Or was it a different school? But I think it was Alabama. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was Alabama. Remember? Then he changed his mind. He came back with us. So he had an influence in it. I think he did. And so did other guys that, this guy's a beast. He knew something about him. He had to sit for a year, learn behind Kelce, and learn behind the best O-line coach in the league, in Jeff Stoutland. He's turned chicken shit into chicken salad. We've seen with multiple guys. And in my opinion, I don't think he's going to sit for a year. I think he's going to a little bit, but if you heard Howie's press conference, he goes, this is kind of different than a Sidney Jones situation. He might play. And that came to me. I said, whoa, is somebody going to be on the move? Brandon Brooks, this guy, that guy? We'll see. So then we get to the 3rd round. We take Milton Williams. I was like, wasn't too crazy on the pick at first. I said, what the hell? Then they said, and well, why are they announcing things differently? Like on the TV, it said DN, and then the Eagles app said he was a DT, and I'm like, what the hell is he? But he played both. He prefers to play inside. I prefer him to have him be inside too when I watch it. I just think, but he has the shorter arms, this and that. But we'll see. We'll see what he's about. I like the pick. It's decent. I was more upset because I wanted a corner. I really liked Jamar Johnson, but he ended up going to the 5th round anyway, so good. We didn't get him, but whatever. Then we go to, what was it? I got him probably mixed up. But the fourth round pick, sorry, was Zeke McPherson. I like the pick. Yeah, I didn't know much about him. I knew about the top corners, and I knew he was kind of on the list. But then I read about him, I look him up, see what he's doing, and hearing all the stuff from non-Eagles people. That's the one thing I look for, non-Eagles people. Now, don't get me wrong, some Eagles people might get sources from other people, so you can't. I'm not saying don't trust all of them, but I'm seeing and I'm reading what he's, things he did, and his blah, blah, his career, watching a little bit of film, a little bit of tape, and I'm like, this was a good pick, especially at, fourth round. Especially after we took the Milton Williams, and you seen what the hell was going on between Tom Donahoe and Howie Roseman in the war room. He was pissed. He wanted a guy there. We don't know who it is, but there was someone I think he wanted. But, okay. But there's a difference. You've seen him, and then there's a different angle of the war room. You see Jonathan Gannon, our defensive coordinator, pumped up and hyped. Now, remember, that's the guy who's going to coach the defense, call the plays, coach it. So I think I would value his maybe more than the scout. We'll see, though. But then we went with, Kenneth Gainwell, sorry, running back. I like that pick a lot. I said at first, okay, running back, which I expected us to take throughout the draft. A lot of people said the second round we're going to take one, third round we're going to take one. But we went here and we took this guy, and I like the pick. I do. I think dude can play, and I watched a lot of his just highlights. I'll watch the film later, and I see what he does. He reminds me a little bit of Austin Eckler. Also, I seen what Nick Sirianni and the Colts did with guys like Neil Hines and this guy and that guy and these smaller backs and these gadget backs, and what they did with them. And I'm like, he's going to do some work with this guy because he's a dual threat running back. I understand we all wanted a bull to complement Miles Sanders and Boston Scott, whoever's going to be the running backs. We don't know now. But I know Miles Sanders would definitely be here. We know that. We wanted a bulldozer, kind of like LeGarrette Blount, this guy, that guy, to complement Miles Sanders. But I think this might be the right thing. Dual threat guy. I seen him line up out at receiver and catching balls like he was a wide receiver. I'm like, wow. So I'll look more into him. And then, you got the Terrace Jacksons but all these other people that I still am going to look up on, and people are saying, oh, or steals or this and that. We'll see as it goes on. And like I said, I'll come here with a more detailed on the whole draft. But as it goes, the first round pick, I give it an A+, maybe A++, just because you somehow got it a first rounder for next year, still gained one of the top receivers or players in the whole damn draft. Avoid the Giants somehow from getting him. Trade with the Cowboys and gave him less than what I expected. Excuse me. Yeah, and Landon Dickerson is the thing that everyone goes, and me too, the injury concerns. But if he can get past those, we have an anchor at center or guard, which he probably will play center in the future, but if he wants to play this year, it'll be guard for a long time. Long time. That's a big boy. Big country, they call him. I could see why. And I don't think this is over yet. Just like Howie said in his press conference. Howie said he kind of pointed to like the Super Bowl season, how preseason we traded for a corner. Remember Ronald Darby? I think there's still something to go on. I think there's definitely still going to look at free agents. You still got Richard Sherman out there. From what I know right now, I haven't been on Twitter, I haven't been online, I don't know. I know this Richard Sherman's still out there, Casey Hayward, multiple other corners. If they want one to be, complement Darius Slay, they'll do something like that. But I'm excited to see what happens. Let's go Birds, fly goes fly, I'm out. You guys comment below on your favorite pick. It's probably everyone's going to say Devontae Adams. But give me your thoughts on Landon Dickerson and the rest of these guys. Honestly. I'm out, y'all. Peace. It was a fun draft, and I was upset it was over because I'm like, damn, I'm just ready for 2022 with all those picks we got. Man, let's go.